Hey guys, how's it going? It's Richard Plunkett here from the Puppet Geek, and I'm really excited to be talking about the HyperX Cloud Flight gaming headset. This is HyperX's first ever wireless gaming headset, and we've got it right here straight from CES. Now you would have heard it at CES a couple of weeks ago when they announced the headset as well as their RGB range of keyboard and mice. You know, we sort of sensed that was to come, but one of the things that I was really surprised to see was a wireless gaming headset, and I can tell you I'm pretty impressed by it already. Cloud Flight is really comfortable to wear and is lightweight as well, coming at 300 grams. I was actually surprised to actually feel it being a wireless gaming headset. I thought it was actually going to be a bit heavier, and I think they sort of got away with this being the sort of new design they've gone with. It sort of reminds me of the Stingers that actually came out, you know, about a year ago. It has this solid plastic build around it. However, the Stingers sort of felt a bit hollow sometimes, whereas the Cloud Flight has some decent weight to it, but it isn't heavy. Now, taking a closer look at the headset, you will notice that pretty much primarily the build of the headset is pretty much plastic. There's plastic everywhere. You know, the headband is plastic, but it's nice to see a metal headband inside. So it means if you accidentally sit on this, you're not gonna snap it. But the most important thing, and I think, you know, HyperX does its best, their signature padding on their ear cups is just incredible. Like when someone says, I want a comfortable headset, I always tell them to take a look at the HyperX Cloud range, because their headsets are really comfortable, and you know, I can wear them for hours at end. You know, same goes for a lot of other headsets out there on the market as well, but in combination with its price and value for what you get, it's pretty impressive. So you would have noticed right here, the ear cups actually light up. However, it isn't RGB, you do only have the single color, and you can only pulsate it, and that's pretty much it. Have it on or off, or having it in this pulsating mode just by hitting the power button right here, as you can see. Now they say on the box you can get up to 30 hours of battery life. Now I haven't been using it for that long to actually see the actual headset last that long, but so far it's been going really well, and let's take their word for it. However, you know, what they didn't mention is that's 30 hours with the LED lights off. You know, that's pretty much I mean, sometimes when you're not gaming, you don't really see the lights, but I feel like putting it on the box is a huge statement to say 30 hours, but that's with the LED light off, and having it actually on gets you about 13 hours. That's actually below half of what's stated on there to have it on. And pulsating it, you can get up to 18 hours from what they say. So that's my only gripe that I have with that statement of, you know, how many hours this actual headset can last. Still, no matter what, 12 hours is a very long time. A lot of my wireless gaming headsets don't even last a couple of hours. So 13 hours is still pretty good even to have a solo light, but I feel like they shouldn't be claiming 30 hours, you know, especially when the light has to actually be off.
So in my last video, when I covered the HyperX Alpha, I got asked to do a mic test, which I didn't do in that review purposely because it was the same mic that we've seen with the other cloud headsets. However, this microphone being a different mic, you know, is it going to actually sound different? Is it going to sound the same? I'll let you guys make that decision. But just so you know, this is a noise cancellation microphone. So whatever background noise you're going to be having, you know, in your house or at a LAN, it's going to actually reduce the amount of noise coming in and making sure it's going to isolate your voice, so you're going to get the best volume and sound out of the microphone itself. So what you're hearing right now is the microphone from the Cloud Flight. I'll let you guys decide and see. Leave a comment down below on what you think about the microphone. Is it good? Is it great? Is it okay? Leave a comment down below and let me know. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, because I'm working on a video which goes and talks about the entire HyperX gaming headset line and its microphones. You know, because a lot of their headsets have had the same microphone across of, you know, a couple of different headsets with various different subtleties. You know, for the Alpha or for even the Revolver, you know, they all offered something a bit different, or they looked a bit different, but I always replied to those comments saying they pretty much sound exactly the same. So I'm going to be making a video putting that to rest, going through each individual headset and microphone with with different background noises and see which comes out on top.
Like most HyperX gaming headsets, they do have a detachable microphone, and this is a flexible boom microphone, which is really nice. And as you heard, the microphone actually sounds pretty decent for what it is. And I think that it does a pretty good job as well from blocking any surroundings around you and just isolating your voice. So as mentioned, the Cloudfly is wireless and works with this USB dongle that you can plug into your PS4 or PC. Sorry, Xbox. The HyperX Cloudfly is something a bit different to its entire cloud range. I mean, one, it's wireless, but also it offers something a bit different that we haven't seen before. It's slightly a bit of a mixture between, I would say the Stingers and our original cloud headsets that was sort of this nice leatherette, plush, very chunky headset. Now, these here don't really look that chunky, but they still offer great 50mm drivers in here, which is pretty impressive, and the sound sounds incredible. Everything has this nice little bass to it, a little punchiness to it, because this is still a gaming headset, so it's nice to have that bit of punchiness to it as opposed to having a flat range, which sometimes it's great to have. But for a gaming headset, personally, I would love my explosions to be really loud and really boomy. But at the same time, it doesn't wash out the mids or anything like that. You're still able to hear vocals and subtle noises around you, which is really nice. Now, one of the things that I would have loved to see with this, in addition to the dongle, is having a combination of, virtual surround sound. If it being its own like they did with the HyperX Cloud 2 headsets or the Revolver C. If they could have done that or added that somehow, that would have been really nice to have, especially for a wireless gaming headset. Quickly taking a look around your headset, on the left ear cup you do have a mute button that you can actually toggle on and off easily. Now on the right hand side you have a volume rocker which adjusts your volume on your PS4 or PC. Now back to the left, this is where you have all your plugs, your additional 3.5 cable if you want to go completely wired, as well as your charging port and mic boom attachment. You do have your on button as well placed here where you can turn on and off the headset, but also control the different light settings, being it on and off or pulsating. Overall, the Cloudfly wireless gaming headset is something new, something a bit different for HyperX, and it's really nice to see that they're slowly expanding their range. At first, what made sort of HyperX so special, especially with the Cloud series, was they had one headset that was really amazing. I mean, it sounded great, it looked amazing, and it came at a really great affordable price. Now, throughout the years, HyperX has slowly expanded their range for having keyboards, mice, but they also sort of expanded their price range as well. You still have the original, Cloud Core headsets that you can still get for about $50, and that's pretty amazing that you can get that. And they're slowly starting to expand their range, and the next installment is this right here, which is the wireless gaming headset called the Cloudfly. And I'm pretty impressed by it. It sounds great, that's the most important thing. I would have loved to see a better build to it. It's just small things of the headset. Like for example, on the headband here, you've got their trademark. And that's not a huge deal breaker, but on the original headband, I don't think they had that. They just had it really nice and stitched there. Those small subtleties really made the headset really special. And I think if they could have added that sort of leatherette headband here, that would have been the icing on the cake. Now I said I didn't think the headbands had the TM on it, the trademark symbol on it, and they pretty much all did, except the original Cloud headset. And I sort of really loved that about the original headset, where it was very subtle, it blended in. The stitching was really nice. It wasn't just sort of embossed in, it was actually stitched into the headset. It was in the headband, sorry, and that was really nice and made that particular Cloud range so great. But then over, I guess besides the Revolvers and the Stingers, we do have the Alphas as well, but they're all very similar in its own way. They just have its own little different price point. We've got the Clouds here, which are really great basic headphones, but then came with these additional accessories which made the Cloud 2s. Then we had the Revolver here, which was, this gaming esports headsets which had these huge ear cups and headbands. I wasn't a huge fan of them. Then we had the Stingers here, which then offered a great price for people who were wanting to get into the HyperX range, but they just couldn't afford the Cloud headset. But the Stingers here offered a different type of headset where it was solely just for gaming, because it was the first headset that didn't have a detachable microphone. And then we had the Alpha, which sort of took a bit of everything and then combined it into one, which was really great. And I still think now, if you love the Cloud headsets, go for the Alphas, just because they're everything what makes the Cloud so good, or the original Clouds, but you've got the sort of second version, if that, which is the Alphas. And then you put that all in a mixing bowl and you make it wireless, and you get the Cloud Flight, which you have here. And you can sort of see in how I say how the Cloud Flight is very similar to the Stingers, but it just has a slightly larger headband, slightly better built in a way, but had the same plushness and the signature padding and everything of the entire range from HyperX, which is pretty impressive. Leave a comment down below if you want to see any videos of this entire range, and thanks again for watching. I really appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It really helps the channel out a lot. Make sure you hit that notify little bell as well to be notified when we come out with a new video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.